Hey guys, it's Bethany, your crafty BFF, and today I am on with the Christmas in July hop, uh, hosted by Tamika Sending Smiles. And a little bit about this hop. If you know, the other day I did a kind of a kickoff live video to explain everything, but I wanted to explain it again. So, from July 21st to July 31st, a Christmas and July hop will feature 20 YouTube channels coming together to celebrate the season. They will showcase a variety of crafty projects from card making to 3D crafts. Each day, two new videos will be released. To enter the challenge, you need to watch all of the videos and collect the numbers that will be given out somewhere in the video. Then send an email to christmasandjulyhop@gmail.com with all of the numbers by August 10th. Once all the numbers have been verified, you will be entered to win a grand prize of $50 and two $25 gift cards. Each channel will also be giving away individual prizes, which may include cash, Happy Mail, and Christmas goodies. I, for one, am going to be giving away a mini album that I made um, last Christmas, and it is this one here. I did show this the other day in the live, but I thought I would show it again. I did create this album using a Michaels paper pad, and I think it came out really well. It's got lots of pockets, lots of photo mats. This page here has this tall pocket and a smaller side pocket. Each page is a pocket page with a large photo mat inside, so you can use those to for large pictures or to collage smaller pictures. We've got lots of flips and interactive features in here. I created this mini album following a tutorial from Rosa Kelly Scrapbooking here on YouTube. This is actually a removable magnetic pocket that fell when I was turning the page, but it does stick. It's magnetic. There we go. And like I said, it's a pocket with a photo mat inside. This page opens up and there is a pop-up feature, which I will fix before I mail out. It doesn't quite pop up as much as I want it to, so I'll fix that. No worries. Like I said, each page is a pocket page with a large double-sided photo mat. This page here flips open on top and bottom, and then also flips open this way, so it can open up to be very long. Nice little layout for photos. And then this page here has a waterfall, so lots of room for photos. And this waterfall is on a belly band right here, so you can slide photos behind the belly band as well. And then this last page has like this diagonal pocket with more photo mats inside, and opens up for this large layout here. And then this last inside back cover opens up to the right. So this is what I'm giving away here on my channel, and all you have to do to enter to win this, I believe this is a 9x7 album with a 3-inch spine. All you need to do is leave a comment in this video saying Merry Christmas, and you can be entered to win this mini album. I will mail it to you, and I'll leave it up to the winner. If you want me to decorate the cover, I will. If not, I can leave it for you to decorate. So let me know. The winner will just have to let me know what they prefer, and good luck to you. So let's go ahead and get into my project. I'm going to do a tutorial today showing you how to create this gift. This is an altered gift bag. I was inspired by the Posh Paper Lady here on Instagram, or here on Instagram, here on YouTube, and she had. I've actually made several of the. She has a tutorial where she shows you how to alter a gift bag to make it like a cute little tote, and so I was inspired by her, and so I've taken that idea and done it a little differently than she did, and turned it into this really sturdy. It is sturdy and cute little tote bag with a little ribbon handle. And so I'm going to show you how to make this today. This gift bag I actually picked up from Five Below. It came embossed like this with that embossing detail. So we're not going to be doing that. We're just going to use a different gift bag here. I picked this gift bag up from Hobby Lobby, and basically by the end of this video you should be able to take any gift bag that you have and turn it into a cute little tote like this. I'm going to show you how you will measure it and cut it and reassemble it. So I hope you are I hope this is going to be a fun project for you. This gift bag here, like I said, picked up from Hobby Lobby, and it measures 10 1/4 by about 12 1/2 tall. So the first thing you want to do is figure out how tall you want your gift bag to be. Now this one I made rather short because all I needed it to do was hold a tag flip. So I didn't make it very tall, but this one I think I'm going to make about 8 inches tall. So measuring from the bottom of the bag, let me see if I can get this turned around here. We're going to measure to 8, and we're going to cut the top of the bag off. Let me get my trimmer here. I'm going to line it up at the 8-inch mark. Move those ribbon handles out of the way. And I'm going to cut. I'm going to do it a couple times to make sure I get through all those layers of, paper bag. And then you should be left with this piece here that opens up like this, and then you'll have this piece here, and we are going to remove the ribbon handles just by cutting off the little ends that hold the ribbon in. You can always keep these and reuse them for something else, but for this project we're not going to use them. Now you should have, depending on where you cut it, I like to have about an inch. This is about 1.5 inches past this fold over feature on this gift bag. Now, not all gift bags are going to have this fold over feature, but whatever you have left here on the top, take about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of it and just fold it over itself. What is that? Okay. I'm going to take my bone folder here and give it a nice crease. And I'm going to fold it both ways, just so it has some nice flexibility. Okay, we will come back to this, but set this aside. And what I did to make this sturdy was I took a page from the, I hope I'm saying her name right. It's the Posh Paper Lady here on YouTube. I will definitely link her channel in the description box down below, as she was the inspiration for this project. But uh, she did this as well, is she lined the inside with chipboard, and and if you don't have chipboard, you could always use cereal box or cardboard or whatever you have. I'm going to be using chipboard. I'm going to line the very bottom and these two sides with chipboard. Now the shorter sides of the bags that fold in, we're not going to worry about those. We're just going to line the bottom and the two longer sides with chipboard. And to do that, and to figure out what size chipboard you need, you're going to just measure your bag. And because this is 10 1/4, I'm going to cut my chipboard at 1/8 inch smaller than my measurement, because you don't want the chipboard coming right up next to the edge of your bag. You want to leave some room in there. And then it's like, oh, I almost forgot a step. Don't forget this step. We're going to take our scoreboard and we are going to score at 1 inch on our gift bag. And that is going to be to help hide the chipboard. I'm going to actually wrap the chipboard in some white cardstock so that it doesn't, because the chipboard is brown and ugly and I don't want that to be seen inside my bag. So we are going to wrap the chipboard and put it in here. But if you score this 1 inch here at the top, what you're going to do is cut down on each corner. So all four corners of the top of your bag, you're going to cut down to that 1 inch score that you made. Just like this. Like that. Like that. And like that. And so then we can fold these edges in over the chipboard once we have our chipboard in place. I hope that makes sense. You'll see it as I do it. So I did pre-cut my chipboard and the 65-pound cardstock that I'm going to use to wrap it. So for the bottom, you measure your bottom, and this one does come out to be 5 inches exactly by 10 1/4. And so I want my chipboard to be exactly 1/8 inch smaller on all four sides. So my chipboard is 4 7/8 by 10 1/8. And if you can see here, that will leave a 1/8 inch border all the way around. So it's giving it just a little bit of wiggle room there in your inside of your bag. Okay. Now to wrap the chipboard, you just want a piece that is about 1 inch bigger all the way around your chipboard. So because I just rounded to 5 and to 10, and so I cut this out at 7 by 12 so that there's about 1 inch all the way around. I'm going to get my glue and I'm going to just add my glue to my chipboard here. You can use your double-sided tape if you prefer, whatever you want. But then you're just going to line that up there about in the middle so that there's 1 inch on each side. And then you're going to fold over those sides onto your chipboard. Just like we've done on my channel. Wrapping chipboard for an album except we're just wrapping one piece instead of 3 pieces, right? So I find that by wrapping the chipboard, it's covering up the ugly brown and still giving a nice white inside to your bag. You'll see what I mean here in a minute. We're gonna just cut the corners off of our uh, cardstock here, leaving about 1/8 of an inch on all 4 corners from the corner of your chipboard to the edge of your paper. There should be about 1/8 of an inch there. Okay. So once you've cut all 4 corners, and we will do this 2 more times, so don't worry. I'm just gonna add my glue to the edge of my cardstock, and I'm gonna fold these over. Now, obviously, if you don't care what the inside of your bag looks like, you don't have to wrap your chipboard, but I think it gives it a nice finished look, especially if you're gonna create this to send happy mail in. You want it to be a nice sturdy project, and you want it to be pretty too, right? So now we're going to tuck in our corners that stick out here on the sides so that nobody gets poked. You can see here on this corner, it's a sharp pokey edge, and if you just take your fingernail or your bone folder, you can tuck that corner in, and then fold over your next side and varnish that down well. And then by tucking in those corners, you don't get a sharp pointy edge, right? So we tucked in those corners. I'm going to add my glue. And I'm going to fold that over. Now this piece is going to fit perfectly, should fit. Cross your fingers for me because I haven't tested it out on this size bag yet, but this should fit right down there in the bottom of our bag, and it does. And then see, now the bottom is very sturdy, and it looks just like the white inside of the bag, instead of having just an ugly piece of brown chipboard down there. Like, here's the side piece of the chipboard. You see how it looks unfinished when you put that in there without it being wrapped. So that's why I'm wrapping the chipboard. So for our side pieces of chipboard, again, you would just measure your bag, and like I said, this one is 10 1/4, and including that score that we made, right? Because we're gonna fold this down. So including that score that we did, it's when I measured it earlier, okay, yeah, there we go. It's about 6 7/8 inches. So I cut my chipboard 1/8 of an inch smaller all the way around. So I cut it at 10 1/8 inches long and 6 3/4 inches wide. And that will fit right there, leaving a 1/8 inch border all the way around. So that's what you want to do, is just subtract 1/8 of an inch from the measurement of your bag. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And then to wrap your chipboard, once again, you just want a piece that's about 1/8, or not 1/8, 1 inch bigger all the way around. So this is 6 3/4. I rounded that to 7, so I cut this piece at 9 by 12 to be 2 inches longer and wider than the chipboard. And that way you have an inch on all 4 sides of your chipboard. And we're just going to fold this around well, I guess we should glue it to our cardstock first. Sorry guys, I'm kind of out of the game. I haven't done a tutorial in a minute. So I hope everything makes sense. Okay, so I'm taking my chipboard, placing it here in the middle of my paper so that I have about an inch around all 4 sides. And varnish that down to get that glue to stick. And then we fold over all 4 edges of the cardstock over the chipboard. And then we're going to cut off all 4 corners. I won't talk during the process this time. So taking your scissors, you're going to leave about 1/8 of an inch between the edge of your paper and that very corner point of your chipboard. Just like that. And you're going to do that on all 4 sides. Leaving about 1/8 of an inch there so that the corner of your chipboard gets covered like so. Okay, so then we're going to glue down our edges again. Add our glue, varnish it down. Like I said, if you prefer to use your double-sided tape, you can definitely do that. For the sake of the video and for quickness, I'm just using my wet adhesive today. There we go. And then we're going to the step where we tuck in our corners again. So I'm just going to use my fingernail and tuck that in. Tuck that little lip that's sticking out there. See, it's like a sharp point, and you just tuck that in. And then add your glue. Fold it over. And varnish down. Once again, I'm tucking in those corners. Adding my glue. And folding over. There we go. Now we got to do that one more time. Since I've taken my time with the last 2, I'm going to do this one rather quickly. Adding my glue. Of course, this is the same size as my other side, so 6 3/4 by 10 1/8. And then I did this 9 by 12 cardstock, so there's about an inch all the way around. We're going to fold and varnish. Fold and varnish. You get the idea. I should have maybe done one of these before the video and not maybe sit through all three. But, you know, I didn't think that far ahead. So now I'm just carefully cutting off those corners, leaving 1/8 of an inch. And if you, the reason you leave that 1/8 of an inch, just in case you didn't know, is that if you cut it too close, then your corner won't be covered up. That just the very tip of your corner will be showing through. And while it's not all that important on this project, because we're not going to see that side, it is usually important when you're wrapping chipboard for an album or something. So that's why you leave that 1/8 of an inch. Just a little FYI. So I'm excited to be participating in this Christmas in July YouTube hop. When I was a new crafter, I was like, Christmas in July. Why would anyone want to do Christmas crafting in July? And then I experienced my first crafting like Christmas season as a crafter, and I realized, well, it's because you have so little time to craft around Christmas that you do some of that Christmas crafting in July when you have a little more time, and then you don't have to stress so much about getting your crafting done at Christmas time, right? So we're just preparing ourselves for the Christmas season by getting a few things done early. And I've been a fan of Christmas in July ever since. Since that first Christmas as a crafter and trying to get everything done, definitely pays off in the long run. Okay, so now we have our 3 pieces of chipboard all wrapped, and now the bottom piece you don't need to glue in. It fits in there very snugly, and you don't need to glue it in. However, these side pieces I did glue in, so I will start doing that. I'm just gonna add my wet glue here to the back side of the wrapped chipboard, where you can, the part that you can see, that's the part you want to glue to the side of your bag. So I'm just going to, oops, sorry, I knocked the tripod. I'm just going to slide this in here, set it on its side, and press that down so that it gets nice and stuck. Like so. And then we can do our other one. Just adding my glue over here off camera, sorry. And then I'm gonna lay this down on the other side and press this guy to the side. Other piece of wrapped chipboard to the side. I'm just pressing down to get that glue nice and stuck. And then we have the score that we made, and we cut the corners of the bag. So then you can use some glue. I'm going to use my hot glue to fold these over like so. Just like that. You can see in there. And then the sides. The sides are a little more tricky because you don't have the chipboard there to fold it over, but you can still fold it over. Add my hot glue and fold that over. I think it gives it a nice finished look as well. Hot glue strings everywhere. That one's got a wrinkle, but that's okay. Nobody's going to pay attention to that anyways. And then for this part, this last one, I'm just going to add my glue and fold it over as well. And there you should have something that looks like this. Okay. So I'm going to pick my better looking side of my gift bag. Neither side looks very good on this one. I should have started with a different one, but oh well. We're going to go with this side. And we're going to start working on our lid for our closure. So basically, if you see this one here, what I did was just fold it over and glue it to the back of the chipboard. You know, this is chipboard now, so this is going to be glued to here, and then I just found a cute trim to cover that up. However, I am going to trim this a little bit with my scissors so that white is not showing there. You see how that white is sticking out? I'm just going to trim the inside a little bit with my scissors. Anything that's sticking over. You really don't have to, because especially if you cover it with a trim, but yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do this, but before we do that, okay, so these holes really bugged me. So you have one of two options here. My first thought was that you could just mat this with a piece of decorative cardstock. So just measure this. You would measure it, and you would do 10 1/8 by 3 1/4, if that's the size of your bag. So you would just measure it and then cut your piece of cardstock to fit on there, and that would cover up these holes. But what I did is I used those holes and created this little bow here. So the first thing I did was I cut out some of these oops, sorry, I dropped something. I cut out some of these hole reinforcers in my favorite gold cardstock. I have this little hole reinforcer die, and so the first thing I did was glue these around the hole. Like that. And like this. And then I got some gold eyelets. Used my crocodile and some gold eyelets in there. So instead of covering them up, I'm using them as a as one of the decorative features. Like here, I did the eyelet, the hole reinforcers and the eyelets, and then I strung some ribbon through here, and then tied a bow and glued the bow onto the ribbon. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Here are my eyelets. Now, it's up to you if you want to go through both layers or just one layer. I'm going to go through just the one layer. Hold on. my glue's not quite dry yet. But I'm going to put my eyelet through here. Maybe. There we go. And then, oh, some double-sided tape is stuck to it. Now, I'm only going through the first layer because I'm going to glue these two pieces together. But if you want to go through both layers, then you could just like take a piece of paper and mat the back. In fact, that's what I might do that anyways. Hold on. Where'd my other eyelet go? Did I drop it? I guess I did. I'll get another one. I lose these things like it's nobody's business. Okay, put my eyelet through there, secure it down, and then you pick some ribbon, trim, whatever you want to call it. I think I have to go with this one because I ran out of this one and Hobby Lobby didn't have any more of it. I was so upset. So I'm going to use this ribbon for the strap and for my little bow. So I'm from the inside of the bag, I'm threading this through my one eyelet and then back through the front of the other one. I'm going to get my scissors and trim this down. I am going to glue this here to the inside of my bag, just so it's nice and secure. Like that. And then you have this feature here on the front. And then we need to make a bow. Oh, there's the other eyelet. Then we need to make a bow. And I recently learned how to make bows, so let's see if I can do it on camera. So you want to take your ribbon and wrap it around one finger twice. Once, twice, and then spread your thumb out and wrap it around your finger and your thumb twice. So you got it twice around your index finger, and then 1, 2. And make sure I have plenty to work with here. Okay, so once you have it twice around your index finger and twice around your thumb, then you're going to take it and put it through this hole here that you've made with your ribbon, like so, to cross it over, and then you just cross it through here to tie the knot. so. Let's see if it comes out right. I've never done it on camera before. Yeah. So then you have a double loop bow. It's not the best ribbon to tie it with, but hey, it's a double loop bow. I'm going to redo it though. And the fallout on this glitter ribbon is insane. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. Tie a knot. And we have the double loop bow with the 2 tails, and then you just trim the tails to your liking. There, I like that bow a little better. I'm going to just trim that guy. Look at the, I don't know if you can see the glitter on my desk, but it's ridiculous. I highly don't recommend the glitter ribbon. Okay, so now once you have your bow, then you can just hot glue it to this little bit of ribbon that you have here. That's what I did. Yeah, highly don't recommend not using the glitter ribbon from Hobby Lobby. It has horrible, horrible fallout. So that's how I decorated my top flap. And now we're just going to glue this to the top here. Oh, actually, we're going to glue, if you didn't, we're going to glue this all together. See these, how this is open? I'm just going to glue it together. My hot glue gun is not cooperating with me. So I just glued those 2 pieces together so that it's not an open flap, so that it's one piece. Like I said, if you want to cover these holes, I recommend just cutting either a piece of solid color cardstock or a piece of patterned paper and gluing it over to cover those holes. I'm not going to worry about it in this video, but yeah, that's what I would do. I'm going to use my hot glue again to glue this flap onto my bag. Like I said, make sure you pick what side you want your front to be and line it up and glue that down. And then this part needs glued together as well. I should have done that first and I forgot. Sorry. Like so. Look at this. I'm getting glue all over everything. That's okay. That's what the adhesive remover is for, right? Adhesive eraser. My favorite tool. I'll worry about that later. Okay, so you will have some of that white showing from the overlay, but that is why I added the tassel trim to the back. I don't have any tassel trim today, but what I do have is some white pom-pom trim that I'm going to add. just like that. Maybe don't be in such a hurry like me. Take your time. I will remove that glue, no worries. And then you can also add some trim to the front of your flap here if you want. I think I'm going to skip it for this bag because this one don't look terrible. This one did need some trim on it to cover up the ugly. But then as for your strap here, all you're going to do is take the amount, however long you want your strap, and you're going to add it here to the top of your chipboard, the top back piece of your chipboard. So if you feel this, you'll have your nice sturdy chipboard here. And what you'll do is poke a hole. Where's my pokey tool? Here's a pokey tool. We're going to poke a hole through your chipboard. And then I just took a gold brad. Here are my brads. Line your ribbon up, whatever ribbon you're going to use. That one's all bent. That's not going to work. And I recommend working this through. Yeah. You want to really stretch this hole out so you can get your brad through. Because the brads tend to bend when you put them through chipboard. So you really got to work that hole in. This one's going through. And then do the same thing to the other side. Try to line it up the best you can. I'm just eyeballing it here. Make sure you don't poke yourself. Like I said, really work. Like I go like this, moving the pokey tool back and forth to really open up that hole for the brad. And push it through without bending it. That's the tricky part. There we go. Okay, and then once you have that in, you add your ribbon. I have to poke a hole through it, through the ribbon too. Get my brad through there. And then get my brad through the hole again. Do the same to the other side. Trying to do this all on frame is Crazy. Okay, put that through the ribbon and then put that through your hole. And then flip this over and open up your brad so that it doesn't fall out. And then of course, if you want to cover your brads, it would just take a strip of paper there to cover those up, or like, just one little paper here, one little paper there, but that's up to you if you want to cover that. And then for the closure, I just added Velcro dots. So let me find my Velcro dots, because I didn't think that far ahead either. I'm terrible. I'm going to use these clear ones. And pro tip, I always add additional adhesive to my Velcro dots, because I do not trust the adhesive that comes with them. They just will not stay unless you add an additional adhesive. So I'm just going to add one to each end here. Obviously, if you wanted to cover this area up with paper, you would add your paper before you add your Velcro dots. And then you just press those down and let those dry. And we're done. That is how you turn your gift bag into a cute little tote bag. You can decorate the front like I did here. You can, like I said, you can add another trim here to the front if you want. In fact, I might end up adding that pom-pom trim there because I like the way it looks. But either way, that'll be it for today. Thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments down below and I'll get back to you. I hope you enjoyed this Christmas in July project, altering a gift bag into a cute, an even cuter gift bag, right? And before I forget, my number for the Christmas in July hop is number 12. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to collect all the numbers and participate in this hop. It's going to be a fun one, lots of prizes. Oh, and don't forget to leave a comment on this video for a chance to win this Christmas mini album that I made. Thanks so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments down below. I think that's everything. I just try not to forget anything. All right. Have a great day.